Today, I'm going to the memorial for Jewel, the founder of Catch One, an amazing black gay disco that lasted for decades here in Los Angeles. And Catch One and house music, R&B, soul, and funk, music made by black Americans, have taught me for all of my life and continuing a really important lesson. They've taught me how to get out of my head. They taught me how to get out of the social strictures I had been raised in. It taught me to stop thinking about my dance moves, to stop thinking about who's looking at me, to stop thinking about how I looked while I was dancing. It forced me, with the power of the music, the amazing beats, it sucked me into my body and made me move for the sake of moving, to move with the music, for the music, by the music. And there's something about losing yourself, and when they say lose yourself, it's not like you lose all of yourself. You actually go to your deeper self. But what they mean is you lose who you think you are. And we all stop doing all the mental apparatus that we have around creating, projecting, acting out who we believe us to be, who we're supposed to be. And we drop down into what's left when the funk has burned it off and left pure soul. Music has this power. Music can take you to the very essence of your intellect. Music can take you to the very essence of your heart, to love, to sadness, to glory. Music can take you all kinds of places depending on the music and how it's made and who's playing it. When you're in a place and you need to change your inner state, one of the great ways to do it is music. Immerse yourself in a music that will transport you somewhere that you want to be. If you're down and dark, something that will transport you somewhere better. If you're in a mindless state, if you're in an unfocused state, something that helps you focus. Something that helps you abandon yourself to wild joy, or not even any particular mood, just to the relationship of your body, moving and breathing. See where that takes you. You don't have to know what you're doing. You don't have to know where you're going. Just move and see where it takes you. I guarantee you, you will be more refreshed than you had been before. That's the power of music. So, engage music. Always keep some kind of music or various kinds of music in your day, every day. There was this instance in a monastery in Europe, and the monks would chant for hours and hours every day. They had just a scheduled chanting alongside their duties of taking care of the monastery. And the abbot died, and there was a new abbot, and the new abbot wanted to shift up the schedule. He thought it was a little heavy on the chanting, so he put in some other things, and grounds work, and silent prayer, and some other things. And over the year that that change took place, the monks started to get sick. They got colds, they got flus, things that they really hadn't had before in the numbers that they'd had, and they kept trying to figure it out. Well, like, why is everyone getting sick? Like, is it if it's drafty? Are there germs? Are we exposing ourselves to germs? Like, what is it? They kept trying this and that, and nothing seemed to help. And finally, the abbot asked someone who'd been there a long time, and he said, I've got to figure out what is the cause. Can you think back? It started after I got here. Can you think back? What are the chief differences between my tenure and what happened before when people weren't getting so sick? And the old-timer thought, and he said, you know, the one thing that's changed really substantially is we don't sing like we used to. So they put back in the many hours of chanting and singing, and the illnesses went away. Music has power. Employ it, because it's the power of your soul meeting other souls. Music. Okay, I'm going to go boogie now. Hello, my loves. I've just come home from this memorial service for Jewel at Catch One, and it was fine. The food was amazing. Anyway, the music. After they did all the speakers and presentations, they turned it over to dancing. And it started with Patrice Rushen. And I got out on the floor in my chiffon, and you know I was waving it and moving it and flowing with the music. And it was just as I said. The music brought out a liberated, joyful expression of who I am when I am joy, when I am that feeling of joy, without thinking of, social graces and behavior and supposed tos. It felt so good to have one last dance at the catch. I was perfectly, uninhibitedly happy. And music is what brought me there. Music opened my doors. So, my dears, music, please try it. And if you feel awkward moving to music, do it when no one's looking. And just don't look in the mirror. Just move for the sake of moving however you want. No one has to see it if that makes you feel shy and uncomfortable. But just move. Just move. Remember to breathe. Breathe in, breathe deeply like you're exercising. That helps be free when you move. And follow your intuition. Let the music inspire your intuition to tell you, do this, do that, wiggle your hands, move your hips. Whatever you feel like doing, try that. And if you already do it, never forget to do it. Remember to move to music. All right then, it's time for me to get some lemonade. Be well. May you always have music and the freedom to move to it. It's going to turn this thing off now.